Hello guys, welcome to another video. This one is paper 2-2 of October-November 2016. So before we start this paper, I would like to know which paper do you want me to do because exam is near. So just leave a comment down below which paper do you want me to do and I will get back to you ASAP. So for now, let's move on to question number 1. So here we have to solve this equation. So as always, when you have a modulus on one side, it can equal to two answers. So first it can be 4x minus 3 can equal to plus x, or it can be 4x minus 3 can equal to minus x. So that's why you have two values of x for this equation. So let's solve. 4x minus x equal to 3, 3x equal to 3, x is equal to 1. That will be 5x equal to 3, x equal to 3 divided by 5, x is equal to, if you want to express this as decimal place, you can do that, or if you want to, just leave your answer just like that. That should be fine enough. So if you want to, 3 divided by 5, that should be 0.6. So you will have two values for the value of x for the first question. Now let's move on to question number 2. Without using a calculator, it means that you have to show every step of your work for your 5 marks. We have to find a and b such that this is equal to this. So let's first simplify the left hand side. So on the left you see the base are different, so we have to make it become the same base by using LCM. So we have to just multiply them by each other. You will have root 3 plus 1 times root 3 minus 1. Next step is to cross multiply. That will become root 3 minus 1 plus b root 3 plus 1. Now simplify the base. Let's see what do we have. So the base will be root 3 plus 1, root 3 minus 1 is equal to root 3 square minus 1 square. That is equal to 3 minus 1, which is 2. Now the top we can also simplify. For this one, a times root 3 minus 1 will be root 3a minus a, and then for b it will be root 3 plus 1, that should be root 3b plus b. Now we add those two, you will have root 3a minus a plus root 3b plus b, divide by 2. Now from this we know that this is equal to this, which is equal to root 3 minus 3. Next step is to cross multiply. You will have root 3 factorize outside, you will have a plus b, and then you can do minus outside, you will have a minus b, equal to 2 root 3 minus 6. So now if you compare, this is equal to this, so a plus b is equal to 2. That's my first equation. And then you can see this is equal to this, which is minus a minus b is equal to minus 6, which is a minus b is equal to 6. That's my number 2. Now let's solve them simultaneously. So a is equal to 6 plus b. Replace a in this one, you will have 6 plus b equal to 2. So 2b is equal to minus 4, b is equal to minus 2. A will be 6 minus 2, that will be 4. Now your answer, a is equal to 4 and b is equal to minus 2. Okay, so let's move on to question number 3. So we have 2 log x minus log x plus 10 over 2 equal to 1. So what is 1? 1 is equal to log of 10. Okay, and what is this? This is 2 log of x is equal to log of x squared. Now replace this back in the equation, you will have log of x squared minus log of x plus 10 over 2 equal to log of 10. So let's combine this side, you will have log of x squared when you have minus, you have to divide by this. X plus 10 over 2 is equal to log of 10. Now when you have log on both sides, you can cancel them. So cancel. So here you will have 2x squared, so this will go up, divided by x plus 10 equal to 10. Let's cross multiply. You will have 2x squared is equal to 10x plus 100. Let's bring everything to one side. You will have 2x squared minus 10x minus 100 equal to 0. Now divide by 2, you will have x squared minus 5x minus 50 equal to 0. Factorize. That is x times x. 50 is 10 times 5. So minus 5 have to be minus 10 plus 5. So value of x can be 10 or x can be minus 5. But here we cannot take this value because if you put x here, let's say you put log of minus 5, it will be an error. So we cannot take a negative value of x. So x is only equal to 10 for this question. That is question number 3. Let's move on to question number 4. The number of bacteria N present in a culture is modeled by this equation, when t is the days. Now part 1, find the value of N when t equal to 10. So N is equal to 7,000 plus 2,000 e power of 0.05, t is equal to 10. That is equal to 7,000 plus 2,000, 0.5. So let's solve this. You have 7,000 plus 2,000 minus 0.5. That should be 8213.06. So correct to 3SF, that will be 8210. And that is the answer for part 1 of question 4. 2. Find the value of t when the value of n is this much. This is n. Find the value of t. Find the t. So the formula is given by n is equal to 7,000 plus 2,000 e power minus 0.5 t. So now we have n equal to this, so that will be 7,500. That will be 7,000 plus 2,000. This simplify, you will have 2,000 equal to 500. Now simplify again. What is 500 divided by this? So 500 divided by 2,000, that will be 0.25. Now we can send exponential over here. You will have minus 0.05 t equal to ln 0.25. Now the value of t is equal to ln 0.25 divided by minus 0.05. That should be 27.7. Correct to 3SF. So this one is days. Okay, so that will be your question part 2. Now part 3. Find the rate at which the number of bacteria is decreasing after t equal to 8. So we have to find dn by dt when t is equal to 8. N is given to you by 7,000 plus 2,000 power 0.05 t. So we have to find dn by dt. So dn by dt is the rate of change or rate of increase of the number of bacteria. So we have to do that. So this is 0 plus 2000 0.05 t times minus 0.05. That should be so this times this 2000 times minus 0.05, that should be minus 100. So that will be minus 100 exponential minus 0.05 t. So now we have to replace the value of t by 8. You will have So at t equal to 8, dn by dt is equal to minus 100 exponential minus 0.05 times 8. So let's do that. So minus 0.05 times 8 exponential of answer times minus 100. That will be minus 67.0. That will be your rate of increase. And now the rate of decrease, is equal to 67.0 per day. That will be your rate. Okay, so that will be your question number 4. Let's move on to question number 5. The curve with this equation passes through this point A. Find, part 1, the equation of the tangent to the curve at point A. So to find the equation of tangent, we first have to find the gradient of tangent. So as you know, gradient of tangent is given by dy by dx. So what is dy by dx? You will have 3x squared plus 4x minus 7. And we have to find the value of that at this point. A is minus 2, 16. So your value of x is minus 2. So dy by dx at x equal to minus 2. 3, 4 plus 4 minus 2 minus 7. That is 12 minus 8 minus 7. That is minus 3. So we know that the gradient is minus 3, and we have a passing point which is minus 2, 16. So from this we can find the equation pretty easily. So this is x, this is y. So x minus 16 over, y minus 16 over x minus 2 will be plus 2 equal to minus 3. Cross multiply, you will have y minus 16 equal to minus 3x minus 6. Y is equal to minus 3x plus 10. That will be your equation of your tangent. Now part 2, find the coordinates of the point where this tangent meets the curve again. So we have to find the points where this intersect your curve again. So this is y and this is y. Replace and solve simultaneously. So on one side you will have minus 3x plus 10 is equal to x cubed plus 2x squared minus 7x plus 2. Let's simplify and see what we get. So let's send everyone to one side. You will have x cubed plus 2x squared. And here we have, so minus 7 plus 3, that will be minus 4x. 2 minus 10, that will be minus 8 equal to 0. So we have to solve this equation to see at which values it will meet the curve again. So this will be a cubic function. We have to solve by trial. So what are the factors of 8? We know 8 is 1 times 8, 2 times 4, minus 1 times. So this is all the factors, right? But we can also write minus 1 times minus 8 or minus 2 times minus 4. So let's check for which values of x that becomes 0. So let's take the value of 2. So 2 cubed will be 8 plus, this is 2, that will be 8 as well, minus 8 minus 8. Okay, so we have found that f of 2 is equal to 0, which means x minus 2 is a factor. So which means at this point, so at the value of x minus 2 equal to 0, so x equal to 2 is another point where it cuts the curve again. So let's find the corresponding value of y. So y will be replaced back in the equation, minus 3, 3x is 2 plus 10, that will be minus 6 plus 10, that should be 4. So the other point will be 2, 4. And this is your answer for question number 5. Now question number 6, prove that this side equal to this side. So always begin from the left hand side. So here we have two fractions with different base. So what is tan x? Tan x is equal to sine over cos. And what is cot? It is cos over sine. So here we have cos x over, what is 1 plus tan x? So 1 plus tan x is equal to, from this you can observe it will be cos x minus sin x over cos x. That will be cos x minus sin x over cos x. Now minus, we have sin x on top. What is 1 plus cot x? So 1 plus cot x, 1 plus cot x is equal to 1, that will be sine x. This one was actually plus. Why did I put minus? Should be plus. Mistake. That should be plus. That should be 1 plus of sine x plus cos x over sin x. So replace back in the equation. That will be sin x plus cot x over sin x. So let's simplify this. So first thing you can do to simplify, we have to multiply these two, right? So we have to cross multiply. So let's simplify one by one because it's kind of, there's a big numbers. Let's do one by one. So this will become cos x over cos x plus sin x times cos x minus, this will become sin x times sin x over sin x plus cos x. So now they have the same base already, as you can see. We can just combine them together. You will have cos square x minus sine square x over, this is the same, so you can write sin x plus cos x. Now, as you guys must know by now, we know that cos square x or sine square x plus is equal to 1. So we can just replace one of the values and see what we get. So let's use, which one do you want to use? Let's think. Oh, I see. So this one is a bit different because we can just factorize them. We don't need this equation. We can just factorize them because if you observe, cos square x minus sin square x is like a square minus b square. So this should give you cos x minus sin x times cos x plus sin x, right? This expansion divided by the same base, which is, you can rewrite this as cos x plus sin x. So now if you observe, this and this are the same, so remaining will be cos x minus sin x. This is shown as required. Okay, this is shown as required for the for this equation. Now let's move on to part 2. It says hence solve this equation. So we know this is equal to cos x minus sin x, 3 sin x minus 4 cos x. So let's solve this one. So first step, we have to send everything to one side. You will have, send this one over here, you will have 4 sin x minus, this is minus 4 minus 1 minus 5 cos x equal to 0. So next thing we can do is we can divide everywhere by cos. So divide by cos x. You will have 4 sine divided by cos is equal to tan x minus 5 is equal to 0. So tan x is equal to 5 divided by 4. So now when tan is positive, the value is in this first quadrant and also in this quadrant, right? So value of x will be tan inverse 5 over 4. Let's use degrees. Degrees, tan inverse 5 over 4, that should be 51.3. X is 51.3, and it can be 180 plus answer 231.3. Those two values of x. Now the range is between minus 180 and 180. So one thing we can do is to find the negative values, we can minus 360 to each of those values. Let's see what we get. 51.3 minus 360, that will be minus 308.7. And for this one, 231.3 minus 360, that will be minus 128.7. Now if you observe, these values are outside the range, so we only have these two values. So x is equal to 51.3 and minus 128.7. So these are the two values for x, and that is your question number 6. Let's move on to question number 7. So here we have a trapezium. Part 1. Show that the area A of the trapezium is given by this. So what is the formula for that? As you know, area of trapezium is equal to half times sum of the parallel sides, which is PS plus QR, and times the perpendicular height. So height. So first step is we have to find the height. So what is this height? So if you observe, we have triangle P, Q, and this point is a right angle triangle, so we can find the height pretty easily. So the height is equal to, let's call this H. So H. So basically H square. So let's find the height. That will be, we know that 3 square plus x square. No, actually it's not 3 square. So it's these two sides equal to this, so that will be x square plus h square is equal to 3 square. That is your Pythagoras theorem for this right angle triangle. So right angle triangle right here. Now let's simplify. You will have h square is equal to 9 minus x square. So h is equal to root of 9 minus x square. Okay, so to find the area, we place back in the equation. So half times, what is PS? PS is x plus 14. So x plus 14 plus QR. QR is just x plus x times height, which is root of 9 minus x square. That should be what? Let's see. That is 2 half 2x plus 14 root of 9 minus x square. Now divide by 2, you will have 1 and 7. That will be x plus 7 root of 9 minus x square. This is your area of trapezium, and this is the same as this, shown as required. So now moving on to part 2. Given that x can vary, find the stationary value of a. We know a is equal to, from part 1, it is given by 7 plus x times root of 9 minus x square. So we can rewrite this as 7 plus x times 9 minus x square power half. So what is the next step? So at stationary value, we know that dA by dx is equal to 0. So let's find dA by dx. dA by dx will be found by using the product rule. So this one will be, first you have to leave it the way it is, and then find d by dx of this one, that is 1, plus, now we have to leave this one alone and find d by dx of this one, that will be half 7 minus x square power minus half times minus 2x. So these two cancel out. So you will have square root of 9 minus x squared plus 7 plus x times minus x over, this one will be root of, this is 9 actually, not 7, 9 minus x squared. Now we have to simplify this. We have to multiply this by every, so we have to make this one have the same base. So we have to multiply these two. That will be, so here you will have this and this. So we have to cross multiply, right? So this will become the same, minus x, 7 plus x. Divide by the same base of root 9 minus x squared. This is your dA by dx. Now we have to equate this to 0. So we have to cross multiply. So this becomes 0 and this is 1. So what is this? This becomes 9 minus x squared minus 7x minus x squared equal to 0. Simplify. Minus 2x squared minus 7x plus 9 is equal to 0. Now let's change the sign. You will have 2x squared plus 7x minus 9 equal to 0. So factorize. Here you have 2x times x, and for us to get plus 7 we have to do plus 9 minus 2 to get plus 7. So 2x plus 9 is equal to 0, x minus 1 is equal to 0, x can be 1 or x can be minus 4.5. So we're going to take the positive value of x. So here this is not good, x will be 1. Now we have to find the stationary value, so we have to replace this value of x back in the equation. So you would say the value of a will be 7 plus 1 root of 9 minus 1. That will be 8 root 8 as your area units. I think it was in centimeters, so you can write centimeters square. That is your area of this trapezium. And that is your question number 9. Let's move on to question number 8. So we have f of x is given by this function for 0 and 3. Now, show that f prime of x, which is the differentiation of this function, should give you this, where k is a constant to be determined. So let's do that. How would you find this? So let's do, this is a quotient, we have to use your quotient rule. So df by dx, it is equal to, first thing we have to make this one, and then multiply by, differentiate this one, you will have 9x squared. Then minus, you have to write this one, and then differentiate this one, you will have 3x squared, and everything will be divided by x3 plus 1 squared. Now let's simplify the top. The top you will have, so if you expand this, you will have 9x power 5 plus 9x squared minus 9x power, here we have power x power 3. So I made a mistake, as you can see. This is 3. This should be 3. That should give you 9 power 5 minus, so that will be plus 3x squared. Okay, so that is the top. Let's simplify again. That will become, this one will be going away, so you have 9 minus, so 9 plus 3, that should be 12x squared. So you will have 12x squared divided by this, x cubed plus 1 power 2 for f prime of x. So here your value of k is equal to 12. Now for part 2, we have to find this, hence find this. So we have to use this one to find this, right? Now let's see. Here we have f of x, and here we have differentiation of f of x. So which means, it means that if you were to differentiate the this one, which is 12, so if you were to integrate this one, it is supposed to give you back your main function, which is 3x cubed minus 1 over x cubed plus 1. So now in this question we are asked to differentiate x squared over x cubed plus 1 square dx. So the only difference between this and this is this 12. So we can divide by 12 on both sides. So divide by 12, that will give you 3x cubed minus 1, 12x cubed plus 1. So that will be your answer for this one. Now we have to solve this for these limits. So this one will become 2, 1, x squared, x cubed plus 1 square dx. That is 1 over 12 outside. That will be x squared over x cubed plus 1 square, and the limits will be 2, 1. So let's solve by one. So you have, first one will be the value of 2. You will have 4. This is 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 power 2 is 81. Minus, that is 1 over, this is 2. 2 power 2 will be 4. So let's solve. 4 over 81 minus 1 over 4. That will be 1 over 12 times minus 65 over 324. That should be minus 65 over 3888, or you can write in decimal place, or you can write minus 0.0167. That will be part 2 of this question. Now for part 3, find f inverse of x. As you know, f of x has been given to you by 3x squared, so a cube, minus 1 over x cubed plus 1 for the domain of x between 0 and 3, including 0 and 3. Now, to find inverse, we have to let y equal to 3x cubed minus 1 over x cubed plus 1. So now we have to make x the subject of formula. So first step, we have to cross multiply. You will have yx cubed plus y equal to 3x cubed minus 1. So let's send this over here. You will have, and send this one over here, you will have y plus 1 is equal to 3x cubed minus yx cubed. Next step will be factorize the x cubed outside. You will have x cubed will be 3 minus y equal to x plus 1, so y plus 1. So x cubed is equal to y plus 1 divided by 3 minus y. So x will be cube root of y plus 1 over 3 minus y. So from this we have f inverse, it is in terms of x, so we place the value of y by x. That will be cube root of x plus 1 over 3 minus x. Now next question is we have to find the domain of this. So as you know, domain of f inverse is equal to the range of f. So what is f? F was given to you by f of x equal to 3x minus 1 x cubed plus 1 between x is the domain, which is x is between 0 and 3. So let's test for which values it is max or minimum. So let's say f of 0 will be what? That will be 0 minus 1 over 1. That should be minus 1. That is your minimum value. And f of 3 should give you what? Should be 3 times 27 minus 1 over, that is 27 plus 1. That will be, so 3 times 27 minus 1, that will be 80 over 28. So clearly the domain is between, so as you can see, it is between those two. So that will be domain of f inverse. So we write domain. Domain is the x values. You say x is between 80 over 28 and minus 1. That will be your domain. And this is your question number 8, part 3. Move on to question number 9. The line y, kx minus 4, where k is a positive value, passes through this point and is a tangent to the curve at point C. So when you have a tangent to the point, to the curve, you have to think about b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0, because it touches at only one point, the curve. So here you have y, and here you have y and y squared and y. So replace y in this equation. You will have x squared plus kx minus 4 squared minus 2y kx minus 4 is equal to 8. Now next step is to simplify. You will have x squared, that will be k squared minus 8kx plus 16 equal to, minus 2kx plus 8 equal to 8. So 8 cancel out, and let's see what we have here. Here we have x squared plus k squared x squared minus 8kx minus 2kx plus 16 equal to 0. So now if you simplify, you can take x squared outside. You will have 1 plus k squared, that will be x squared, that will become minus 10k, x will be outside, and plus 16 equal to 0. This is your value of a, this is b, and this is c. So we have to show b squared minus 4ac equal to 0. So what is b squared? It is minus 10 k squared minus 4 times a, which is 1 plus k squared times c. Let's expand. You will have 100 k squared. This will be 64 minus 64 k squared equal to 0. So simplify. This minus this will be 36 k squared equal to 64. So k squared is equal to 64 over 36. So k will be plus minus root of 64 over 36, which is equal to, this is 8 over 6 plus minus 4 over 3. That is your values of k. So since k is a positive value, as you can see here, we can only take the positive value. So k is equal to 4 over 3. That is question 9, part 1. So now moving on to part 2, find the coordinates of t. So as we have seen from part 1, we have the value of k as 4 over 3, right? So k is equal to 4 over 3. Now where is the coordinates of t? So it tells you that the line cuts the curve at one point at the point t. So we have equation of line, which is equal to y equal to k, which is 4 over 3 x minus 4, and equation of the curve, which is x squared plus y squared minus 2y is equal to 8. So it tells you that this meets with this at only one point, which is t. So we have to solve this simultaneously. So that is one way of doing the question. Let's do that. So that is y, and here we have y, here we have y. So replace, you will have x squared plus 4 over 3 x minus 4 squared minus 2 4 over 3 x minus 4 equal to 8. Now let's expand. You will have x squared plus, this will become 16 over 9 x squared. Now we have to do 2 times 4 is 8. 8 times minus 4, that is minus 32 over 3 x, and then plus 16 for this expansion, and then minus 8 over 3 x plus 8 equal to 8. Now so here we have 8 cancels, and here we have x squared plus 16 over 9. This is x squared as well, so we have to combine those two. And then what is minus 32 minus 8? That will be minus 40 over 3x plus 16 equal to 0. So let's combine these two. So let's do this on this side. So let's make both have a base of 9. You will have 9 here plus 16. That will be 25 over 9 x squared. This is 25 over 9 x squared minus 40 over 3 x plus 16 equal to 0. Now if you want to eliminate the 9, you have to multiply by 9 everywhere. You will have 25 x squared minus 120 x plus, so what is 16 times 9? That should be 144 equal to 0. Now as you can see, this is a quadratic equation. We can solve this by using brackets, or if you want to, because it seems to be kind of hard, let's do this by using the formula. So formula wise, I can do x is equal to minus b plus minus root of b squared, which is 120 squared, minus 4 times a times c. That should be 0. Divided by 2a, that is 50. So your answer x is equal to 120 over 50. That is 2.4. In terms of fraction, so let's say 2.4, that's fine over. So 2.4 will be your value for x. Now what is the value for y? We place back in this equation. We'll have 4 over 3, 2.4 minus 4. So 4 over 3 times answer, 4 over 3 times answer minus 4. That should be minus 0.8. That is your value for x and y. So your point T is 2.4 and minus 8. That is your point T. Now for part 3, find the length of TP. So what is the point P again? Let's check. So from your question, it is given to you, the point P is given by 0 minus 4. Oh, 0.8, sorry. Minus 0.8. So find the length of TP. So we can first find the direction of TP, or you can just use the formula, it's the same thing. That will be OP will be 0 minus 4 minus 2.4 minus 0.8. That should give you minus 2.4. What is minus 4 plus 0.8? That is minus 3.2. Now we have to find the length, which is the magnitude of TP. That will be root 2.4 square plus 3.2 square. That is root, that the answer is 4. So that is your answer for the length of TP. And that will be your question number 9. Now question number 10, we have the town of Cambly is 5 km east and p km north of Edwinton. So we have two towns, Cambly and Edwinton. So that the position vector of Cambly from Edwinton is 5,000 and 10,000 p meters. That is the position vector of Cambly. Okay, from Edwinton. Okay, that is important to know. Now, Manjit is one of the person sets out from Edwinton at the same time as Raj sets out from Cambly. Okay, Manjit sets out from Edwinton at a bearing of 20 degrees at a speed of 2.5 meters per second, so that her position vector relative to Edwinton after t seconds is given by this one, this vector. Now the Raj set out from Cambly on a bearing of 310 at 2 meters per second. Now question number 1 is, find the position vector of Raj, so Raj, relative to Edwinton after t seconds. So one by one, let's first begin with this line. It says the town of Cambly is 5 km, which is 5,000 meters, and 10,000 p from Edwinton. So let's say, for example, say here, okay, this is Edwinton, E, and 5,000 east will be, let's say, right here, and 10,000 P, let's say it is right here. Let's say this is your town of Cambly. Let's label this as C for Cambly. That is the first information that we need to know. Now, Manjit sets out from Edmonton at the same time as Raj sets out from Cambly. Cambly and Edmonton is right here. Now, Manjit sets out from Edmonton on a bearing of 20. So let's see. Here we have our north line. So when you draw bearing, you have to have your north line. And 20 degrees will be about here. Let's say about here. This is 20. So basically, will be in this direction. That will be Manjit. So Manjit sets out from Edmonton on a bearing of 20 at a speed of 2.5. So this is 2.5. Right. Now if this is 20, so if you were to draw this line, your east line, this is your north, this is your east. This line will be what? This angle here will be, this is 90, 90 minus 20, that will be 70. So now we have to break this down into two vectors. We have to break this one down into two main vectors. So here, this one will become 2.5 cos of 70, and this one will become 2.5 cos of 20. So that's why you have this one. As you can see, that's why you have, it says the position vector relative to Edmonton after t seconds is given by this vector. So this is your, let's call this one OM, because this is Manjit position vector after t seconds. This one is given by, so basically we first have to look at this direction. So 2.5 times t, because we have time, and then cos of 70 for the direction, and then this one will be 2.5 t as well, cos of 20. But that is given to us, that is okay. Now for this one, same steps. We have to first draw the north line. The north line will be about here, and if you draw your east line as well, you will have something like that. Right. Now we have this one. Raj set out from Cambly C, on a bearing of 310 at 2. So 310 will be, this is 90, this is 180, this is 270, 310 will be about this direction. So basically, your vector for your speed will be in this direction. This is 2.5. No, this is 2. 2, so 2. Now, this is bearing of 310. So what is this angle? We know that this till here is 270, and this one makes part of the 310. So that will be 310 minus 270, that will be 40. So this angle here is 40. And what is this angle? This is 90, this is 40, this will be 50. So in that case, you can find your two vectors. On top, you will have 2. That will be 2 cos of 50. And for this one, since you're going to the left, it is negative, that will be minus 2 cos of 40. That will be your two direction vectors for that speed. Now the question is, you have to find the position vector of Raj relative to Edmonton after t seconds. So let's write this down. So position vector is equal to, so the initial position before it moves, because as you can see, C from Edmonton is given by this vector. So this is the initial position, that is 5,000 and 1,000 P. Before he moves or anything, that is his position from Edmonton. Now, when he begins to move, it has to move with this direction vector. So plus, first you have to look at the left hand side, that will be minus 2 cos of 40, and then you have to go up or down, so this one goes up, that will be 2 cos of 50. This is the speed, you have to times time because we're looking for after t seconds, you have to multiply by t. So your position vector, it will come down to 5,000 plus minus 2t cos of 40, and then 1,000 p plus 2t cos of 50. That is your answer for part 1. Now following this, let's move on to question part 2. Manjit and Raj meets after t seconds. Find the value of t and p. Now, since we know the position vector of Manjit and Raj, so let's do one by one. So position vector of Manjit was given to you by, according to question, 2.5t cos of 70 and 2.5t cos of 20. That is given to you by question. And then in part 1, you found the position vector of Raj. So you find it was 5,000 minus 2t cos 40, and then 1000p plus 2t cos 50. Okay, so when it says that they meet, so when they meet, it means that the position vector of m is equal to r. So you have to equate m is equal to r. So let's write down. So you will have this one, 2.5t cos of 70 over 2.5t cos of 20 is equal to this one, which is 5,000 minus 2t cos of 40 and 1000p plus 2t cos of 50. So one by one, let's equate the first one, this with this, to find the value of t. So first line, you will have 2.5t cos of 70 is equal to 5,000 minus 2t cos of 40. So send t to one side, you will have 2.5t cos of 70 plus 2t cos of 40 equal to 5,000. Now if you factorize t outside, you will have 2.5 cos of 70 plus 2 cos of 40 equal to 5,000. Now t is equal to this divided by this. So let's do that. 5,000 divided by 2.5 cos of 70 plus 2 cos of 40. That should give you 2094.6, or you can write correct to 3SF. You will write 2090. That is your value of t seconds. Now we also have to find the value of p. So for p, you have to use this equation, this one against this one. So here you have 2.5 t cos of 20 is equal to 1000p plus 2t cos of 50. Now 1000p is equal to 2.5t cos of 20 minus 2t cos of 50. Now we know the value of t already. From here we replace, and then let's see what we have. So 2.5, answer is t cos of 20 minus 2t cos of 50. That will be this much. Then we have to divide by 1000 to find p. That will be 2.23 for the value of p. Okay, so basically in the end, your value of t is 2090 seconds, and your value of p will be 2.23, correct to 3SF. And that is your question number 10. Question number 11, Mr. and Mrs. Caldecott have 5 sons and 4 daughters. So this is 1, this is 2, 5 sons and 4 daughters, so 5 plus 4 is 9, plus 1 plus 2, so in total we have 9 plus 2, that is 11 people. So all 11 members of the family play tennis. 6 members of the family enter a tennis competition where the teams consist of 4 males and 2 females. So now let's write down. So we have 11 members. How many males do we have? Let's count. We have 5 sons and the dad is 6 males, and we have 4 daughters and the mom, that will be 5 females. Okay, so this is the breakdown of the males and females in the family. Now the main question is, we are trying to go into a tennis competition where we can only choose 6 persons. It has to be 4 males and 2 females. Now part 1, find the number of different teams of 4 males and 2 females if there is no restriction. So this one's pretty easy. So from the 6 males we can choose 4 males, and from the 5 females we can choose 2. That will be 6 choose 4 times 5 choose 2. That will be 150. So that is 150 ways of choosing your team. Now for part 2, condition is Mr. and Mrs. Caldecott must both be in the team. So in that case, what can you do is you can break down your family. So family is 11. Now we count Mr. and Mrs. as one together, and then the rest is, we have 5 sons, so 5 male and 4 female. So one thing we can do is we can assume that they are already going to be in the team. So let's put them on the side. Mr. and Mrs. has already been selected to be in the team, so we forget about them on the side, right? Now this is 1 male has been chosen and 1 female has been chosen already, out. Now from the remaining team we have 5 males and 4 females. We are trying to choose from the male, we are trying from the 5 male, we are trying to choose 3 because we already have him, so we just need 3 more, right? And now from the 4 females we're just trying to choose 1 because we already took the mom. So that will be your answer. 5 choose 3 times 4 choose 1. That will be 40. So you have 40 ways of choosing your team if they have to be in the team. Okay. Now for part 3, either Mr. or Mrs. Caldecott is in the team but not both. So we have to do case by case. So first one, we say, so what can we do is, this is not both. How about we do, so easiest way we can do this, there's a few methods we can do this one. So one, we can do case by case, or we can just do the total number of ways, which is 150, minus where they are both in the team. That could be one way. So let's write both ways. So first one, you can say either Mr. or Mrs. Caldecott is in the team. So first one, let's say Mr. is in the team. Okay, so that's case number 1. So remember, we have 11 people. We have Mr., Mrs., and we have 5 sons and 4 daughters. Now if you choose Mr., that is 1 male already, that is outside, right? We choose him already, we assume he is already taken. Now from the rest of the males, 5 males, we can choose 3, and from the 4 females we can choose 2. That is one of the case. So 5 choose 3 times 4 choose 2. That will be 60. Now second case, you will say, now we have to choose Mrs. Caldecott. So that is, we choose her and we forget it will be outside. Now from the rest, the rest we will have, from 5 sons we have to choose 4, and from the 4 daughters we have to choose only 1. 5 choose 4 times 4 choose 1. That will be 20. Now, is that all the option? We can check. So if you add these two, that will give you 80 for your number of people. Now, let's see, what else can be possible? Either these two on the team, but not both. So that will be the only option. So 60, so it can be Mr. or Mrs. but not both, so that will be 80. 60 plus 20, that will be 80 ways. So that's the first way of doing that question. Now, what is the other way of doing this question? So other way is we can take your answer in part 1, where it is your no restrictions, which is 150, minus when they are both in the team, which is 40, and then minus again when they are, so this is both in the team, and when they are both not in the team. All right, so let's do that. When they are not both in the team, that will be 5 is this, 5 choose 4 times 4 choose 2. So 5 choose 4 times 4 choose 2, that is 30. So this should give you the same answer. So that will be 150 minus 40 minus 30, that should be 80 as well. So you have two ways of doing the question, and you will have to have the same answer, which is 80. Case by case, I will just do the total number of ways minus when they are both in the team and minus when they are both not in the team, so we'll remain with either of them are in the team. So that was the last question of this paper, and I hope that was somewhat helpful. And as always, thank you for watching. I will see you soon.